Hello, this is Megha Pandre, and today we will continue with the second part of the chapter, Bipin Chaudhary, Lapse of Memory. So here we continue. First the reading part and then the explanation part. Okay. Bipin Babu's car was safely parked in Bertram Street by the Lighthouse Cinema. He told the driver as he got into the car, just drive by the Ganga. Will you, Sitaram? Driving up the Strand Road, Bipin Babu regretted. Underline regretted. Regretted means felt sorry. Having paid so much attention to the intruder. Underline the word intruder. A person who disturbs. He had never been to Ranchi, no question about it. It was inconceivable. Inconceivable means unbelievable that he should forget such an incident which took place only 6 or 7 years ago. He had an excellent memory unless Bipin Babu's head reeled. Underline head reeled means he was shocked or confused. Was he losing his mind? But how could that be? He was working daily in his office. It was a big firm and he was doing a responsible job. He wasn't aware of anything even ever going seriously wrong. Only today he spoke for half an hour at an important meeting and yet the man knew a great deal about him. How? He even seemed to know some intimate details. Underline the word intimate. It means some personal details. The bag of books, wife's deaths, brother's insanity. The only mistake was about his having gone to Ranchi. Not a mistake, a deliberate lie. In 58, during the puja, he was in Kanpur at his friend Haridas Babji's place. All Bipin Babu had to do was write to. No, there was no way of writing to Haridas. Bipin Babu suddenly remembered that Haridas had left with his wife for Japan some weeks ago, and he didn't have his address. But where was the need for proof? He himself was fully aware that he hadn't been to Ranchi, and that was that. Now here I'll continue with the explanation of this part. Now, although Bipin Babu had left that place, but still he was not at peace with his mind. He kept on thinking about Ranchi's trip, which Parimal Ghosh referred to, as this incident had occurred just 6 to 7 years back, but he could not believe that he forgot this phase of his life. And how come Parimal Ghosh knew all the personal details of his life, like his wife's death, his brother turning insane, and having no children? But only thing which did not corroborate was the part of the Ranchi trip. But then he thought of his friend who was actually with him when he then had attended puja in Kanpur. His name was Haridas Babji. First, he thought of writing a letter, but then he recollected that he was not in India. He had gone to Japan with his wife. So now there was no need of proof because he himself was aware that he did not went to Ranchi. And he continued with his life, convincing himself that there was no further need of unnecessary overthinking on the matter. Okay, here we will continue with the explanation part. The river breeze was bracing, and yet a slight discomfort lingered in Bipin Babu's mind. Around around Hastings, Bipin Babu decided to roll up his trousers. Lingered. Here, underline the word lingered. It means stayed. Okay. Around Hasting, Bipin Babu decided to roll up his trousers and take a look at his right knee. There was the mark of an old inch long cut. It was impossible to tell when the injury had occurred. Had he never had a fall as a boy and cut his knee? He tried to recall such an incident but could not. Then Bipin Babu suddenly thought of Dinesh Mukherjee. The man had said that Dinesh was in Ranchi at the same time. The best thing surely would be to ask him. He lived quite near in Binandan Street. What about going right now? But then, if he had really never been to Ranchi, what would Dinesh think if Bipin Babu asked for a confirmation? He would probably conclude Bipin Babu was going nuts. No, it would be ridiculous to ask him. Underline ridiculous, it means foolish. And he knew how ruthless. Underline the word ruthless means cruel. Dinesh sarcasm would be. Sipping a cold drink in his air conditioned living room, Bipin Babu felt at ease again. Such a nuisance. Just because they have nothing else to do, they go about getting into other people's head. After, after dinner, snuggling in bed with one of the new thriller, Bipin Babu forgot all about the man in New Market. So here we will continue with the explanation up till here. Now, as he was overthinking, he was still not feeling well. So he thought of rolling up his trousers and check whether if at all there was really a mark on his knee, and the mark was there. But he could not recall where did he got that cut mark. But then he suddenly remembered to call Dinesh Mukherjee. But now Dinesh Mukherjee was a person he was afraid of, as he used to ridicule him by passing ruthless comments and mock people, so he was afraid to meet him personally. So he decided to call him, as he would not be as ashamed as he would be face to face. So next day he decided to call Dinesh Mukherjee. Now he got into the bed and read one of his thriller book and forgot the incident at the new market place. Okay, now here we will continue with the reading part. Next day in the office, Bipin Babu noticed that with every passing hour, the previous day's encounter was occupying more and more of his mind. If the man knew so much about Bipin Babu, how could he make such a mistake about Ranchi trip? Just before lunch, Bipin Babu decided to ring up Dinesh Mukherjee. It was better to settle the question over the phone. At least the embarrassment of on his face wouldn't show. Underline the word embarrassment, it means shame. 235616 Bipin Babu dialed the number. Hello, is that Dinesh? This is Bipin here. Well, what's the news? I just wanted to find out if you recalled an incident which took place in 58. 58? What incident? Were you in Calcutta right through that year? That's the first thing I have got to know. Wait, just a minute. 58? Just let me check in my diary. For a minute, there was silence. Bipin Babu could feel that his heartbeat had gone up. He was sweating a little. Hello? Yes, I got it. I'd been out twice. Where? Once in February, nearby to Krishnanagar to a nephew's wedding, and then, but you know about this one, the trip to Ranchi. You were there too. That's all. But what's all this sleuthing about? No, I just wanted to. Anyways, thanks. Bipin Babu slammed the receiver. Underline the word slam. Close forcefully. Bipin Babu slammed the receiver down and gripped his head with his hands. He felt his head swinging. A chill seemed to spread all over his body. There were sandwiches in his tiffin box, but he didn't eat them. He had lost his appetite. Underlying appetite means hunger. Now here we will continue with the explanation part. Next day, Bipin Babu noticed that he could not concentrate on his work. So he called Dinesh Mukherjee to ask if he remembered any kind of incident which happened in 1958. He told that there were two incidents. First was in February. He had gone to Krishnanagar to attend his nephew's wedding, and second, that they both went on trip to Ranchi in the October of 58. Bipin Babu was now speechless because there are now two witnesses of Ranchi trip. First was Dinesh Mukherjee and second was Parimal Ghosh. But still Bipin Babu was sure that he had never been to Ranchi, although there were two witnesses who confirmed that he was in Ranchi. As Bipin Babu was upset due to all these thoughts, he lost his appetite and refused to eat. So here I end up with my video. In the next part, we will meet in the next video. Till then, thank you and please keep watching